It has been pointed out before that Betty was actually born in Uganda, her father being from Uganda and her mother Romanian.
Here's her dismount pass, 2 back handsprings to a double back. Very critical landing here. And 1 step on the landing, an excellent routine. And she continues the momentum of the American team.
And the crowd has to be helping this American team as well. Listen to the crowd. Bela Karolyi, who at this point can really do little more than prowl the sidelines and be a cheerleader just like the rest of his team. The work really starts back home. And home is back in Houston at Karolyi's Gymnastics. He and his wife Marta trying to get teenagers and sub-teenagers to focus on the business at hand.
What is so interesting is young generation, is this very, very typical age of 14, 15. You would think, well, they're going to be shaky, they're going to be concerned. No, that's the type of age. But they are not concerned on anything else. They are not concerned because they don't have anything to hold on to. They do not have great background, great achievements already. So they are relaxed, they are hungry, they have nothing to lose. They go for it.
Kim Zmeskal, perhaps indicative of exactly the type of athlete that Bela Karolyi is dealing with. Will she be the next in a long run of champions? Champions, of course, have to serve their time in the minds of the judges. Judges themselves at this competition being monitored. That is something that hasn't gone on for a long time. The question now then arises, does the monitoring system work? Ask the man who knows. Ask the coach. Ask Bela Karolyi.
I'm not 100% sure this did work. And I'm not 100% it will ever work. Judges are doing the same thing just like before, and even though they're mentioning positively certain names which they don't count on the internationals like Puerto Rico, I don't know what kind of Argentinian judge was mentioned as positive, but nobody had a word about the notorious cheaters. The Soviets, the Romanian judge, was outrageously favorizing her own team, killing everybody on the medal area. They did not mention anything about the Chinese coalition, who was with the Japanese, even talking to the competition, setting the score right wherever they wanted to be set. And this way, I don't believe the whole system is really having any kind of efficiency. But, how I just told, any tendency, any try, any struggle in order to set a better, a more subjective appreciation among the judges in behalf of the gymnast is welcome to see. And I personally applaud.
Which brings us to this competition and a very young American team. Bela Karolyi and his wife Marta are people who have won. He won in Romania. He won some individual tests. Can he win a team competition here? What does Bela expect this time?
A bronze or silver on this very competition would really comfort everybody, would give a great pride being a bronze or a silver or who knows what kind of medal winner in a world championship. By the time, as individual athlete, being just an individual, an isolated individual, they would never be around, anything like that one. So on this way, they have a very good incentive to work toward a perfect goal, and that is the team competition medal, which gives, and puts in the second place any kind of personal egos or ambitions. Now, another way, sure, we are not lining them up like check figurines on the table. We are talking to them. We are setting. That's the way we think, we feel like, we're going to be efficient. That's the way how we're going to force the medal out. That's the way how you're going to make yourself very proud. I talked a little bit earlier. They are young enough and they are innocent enough to feel comfortable in each other's shadow, in each other's vicinity, in each other's help. And also they feel much more powerful as a unity than isolated individuals.
To those of you who want to see their little charge be the next Mary Lou Retton or Kim Zmeskal, he offers this advice.
Let them stay on their own clubs, appreciate the preparation, what they're getting on the smaller or larger community. Have enjoyed the team environment, the gym environment, and those little kids can enjoy the status of the little queen of the team, the little star of the town.
continue in the second rotation now. This is Tatiana Lysenko of the Soviet Union on the uneven bars. And the Soviet Union has been everything as advertised so far.
And she has a superb exercise on this event, particularly the dismount. It is just amazing. Very difficult, and she does it extremely well. Comes her first release move. Nice high Jaeger. Right into a Stalder on the low bar. Makes good use of both bars. Many of the gymnasts concentrate so much. There's that dismount. Beautifully done. Double front with a half twist. Very difficult to land, and she does it so well.
Svetlana Bobinskaya, of course, the acknowledged star of this team. But I'll tell you what, you watch this and you just say, for how long?
This was a nice combination of different types of skills. As I was going to say, most of the gymnasts concentrate on only the high bar work, and she does both.
9, 9, 8, 7. How much do you have to go to improve? Tatiana Lysenko, as we look at Yang Bo of China, this is her second vault.
And Yang Bo has been having some problems here in this competition. She had a fall on the floor exercise. She has some low back problem and a left Achilles tendon that's very sore. So Yurchenko vault. Oh, no. Short on the rotation.
So that is her second. Her first vault was 9.675. Shannon Miller now, the United States. The Americans on beam. Betty Aquino, incidentally, a moment ago, 9.912 on the beam.
And this is Shannon's best event. This routine is difficult from start to finish. After this mount, she's going to swing down to a back roll to handstand immediately into a back handspring layout.
Shannon, by the way, is coached by Steve Nuno from Dynamo Gymnastics in Edmond, Oklahoma. Steve, a Bella Caroli disciple of sorts. He worked under Bella for several months.
Here comes the most difficult pass in her routine. It has 4 elements in it. Back handspring, 2 layout step outs, into another back handspring. Very well done. Extremely difficult. Shannon takes so many risks in this routine. It's a nice combination. Along with Steve Nuno, Peggy Liddick has done an excellent job as the assistant coach, and she primarily works on the balance beam and floor exercise with Shannon. Here is a huge dismount, full twisting double back. Very well done, and will rival any of the Soviets on this event.
She knows she stuck it.
The Americans, by the way, have done so well on balance beam. Their averages are just under 9.9 to this point, the best U.S. team on the beam ever.
Yeah, Michelle Camper got him started, 9.862. Here's another look.
Watch this series. 4 elements across the balance beam. Highly difficult. And this is just great. This really puts her in a class with the Soviet gymnasts. Very risky and very well done.
Now we mentioned the scores so far. Hillary Grivich, a 9.85. Carrie Strug, 9.85. Betty Aquino just ahead of her, 9.912. And now Shannon Miller waits for her score. So far, an excellent second rotation for the American women.
By the way, Shannon finished second in the entire compulsory competition, which is just outstanding.
There it is, 9.95 for Shannon Miller.
Very nice.
And in fact, one of the judges actually gave her a 10. That, of course, has dropped off. The high was dropped off, the low was dropped off. 9.95, not bad. At the floor exercise now, Cristina Bontas of Romania.
You're in for a